Hi there, my name's Kronenberg and welcome to my channel. This is, well, it's normally a mid-year review, but obviously it's not middle of the year. I didn't really do one until I think, January or February time for the first of the year one, so I'm a little bit behind, but hey ho, what do you know. So, in case anybody's not really heard what these are, obviously it's my thank you videos, kind of give a recap of what I've done, what I want to do, and also a bit of other stuff that I kind of want to talk about to anybody who's listening, basically. So I'll start with the easy thing first. No, I'll go straight into the why I haven't recorded my video for, not as in this video, for a while, and why I was a bit late. So obviously the past 18 months or something for anyone in this planet, because you must be living under a rock, has had this pandemic flowing around, and obviously people have passed and stuff, but also people have passed who don't have COVID, never had COVID, and have died of other things. So last year in November my mother passed, and it was not expected, and it wasn't COVID. I know exactly what it was. So that kind of knocked me, I would say. It knocks anybody, any family member dies, especially your parents. It does knock you. And I'm a single child, and also she was divorced for years, so it was just mostly me and her. Unfortunately, I also found her, which knocks you a bit, I can tell you that for a fact. So in a normal situation, this happens, and then you go through the process of the funeral, the grieving, and all the other stuff that goes with it, which you don't realise what it is. Just as a side swipe, when you see in a film and Great Aunt Hetty dies, and 2 days later they're reading the will, and then they're buying the house and they sold it and they're getting all the money. Not like that. Not at all. No, got probate is an absolute git. Add to the fact that you can't go and physically meet anybody. It happened around the time of our third lockdown in the UK. So I wasn't supposed to be driving, but because I was sorting out a house that was to do with a loved one, I could, so I was alright. So that kind of knocked me a lot. Luckily I have my family around me. There's not much of us on my mother's side left, really. But yeah, the other family and people around me helped big time. And so I basically had a rant one day at one point, to nobody in particular. I think I was just ranting the wall, and it was like, so here's a real shitter for somebody. So let's tick them off and see if the person will crack. So A, one of your parents dies. Okay, that's solved. B, you want to sort out the house, but you're on lockdown, so you can't really go and sort it out. But you can kind of get over there and sort it out. Then you can't get any vans to go over there because you're not allowed to have anybody over there. And then all the charity shops are shut, so you're kind of a bit buggered with all that lot. So you have to bring it all back to the same house that you come from, which isn't in the same city. So you have to drive back and forth in this tiny little hatchback, well, not tiny, but a hatchback, trying to bring it all back, which took days. Then you have to make sure that you have to go through a junction that's been on roadworks for the past 18 months, and they've done absolute diddly squat, which has so much tailback of traffic. You feel like you're on the motorway, but you're not. You're in a town centre. Coupled with that, you've then got probate, which you've got to sort out, but you have to go via emails only. Maybe paperwork comes through the post, but you can't go and visit anybody. Add to the fact that you've also had to sort out the funeral on your own, but you didn't realise you were doing the funeral because you just thought you were turning up to sort of discuss the funeral, to find out you're actually planning the entire bloody service. They don't tell you that one either. Couple the fact that then you come to the funeral, and with mine, it was not mine. the funeral for hers. We could have people inside, but not that many. You couldn't hug or anything like that, but pff, who gives a shit? We did anyway. And then, I mean, somebody I know, their mother died in April of 2020, so they couldn't even go inside the bloody funeral place, which is even worse. And then add to the fact that you've then got to sort out probate. You know, it just. Oh, that was the other thing. Lockdowns didn't mean sod all to me, because my company and my job that I do means I have to be at work every single day, Monday to Friday. So when everyone else was in lockdowns, from the beginning all the way till now, I was at work every day. So add that to the stress, and then you can probably see why I felt like I just wanted to just keel over points. But I had family around me and stuff like that. And then just to sorry, I'm jumping completely off tangent here. Then just completely throw it in the works. A couple of weeks later, or a couple of weeks ago, maybe about 4 weeks ago, my auntie dies, who's her sister. So it's just like, my God. So it's been a bit shitty. So the thing I would say for anybody that's going through anything like this is no two people are the same. That crappy thing about, oh, I know exactly how you're going, it doesn't. Unless, like, from my auntie's side of point of view, it was easy because we were both there at the same time. So we do kind of both know, as in the people who found. But it's just it's a hard thing, and if you've got family and friends around you, use them. That's what they're there for. And if you've got any family you haven't spoken to in about 15, 20 years like I had at one point, don't. Just get in touch with them, for God's sakes. You'll regret it later on in life. Anyway, sorry about that. Like I say, that was my reason why, and I wanted to talk about something to somebody, and I couldn't really think of the way. And there's one YouTuber I follow, Halcyon, and he did a very good video a while back, where he kind of like, and it spoke about stuff, and I think it's really good if you can, even if you don't get any feedback from anybody, and I don't want, you know, whatever, but it's just good to get out there. So anyway, for this video as a whole, it's a thank you again to subscribers, both new and old. I've had quite a few new ones, which is kind of cool. I must be doing something right. I don't know what it is, but, you know, please let me know what it is that you subscribe for. Was it a specific video, a specific game? Because then it gives me an idea of what kind of games you like or don't like. You know, you might say, oh, I don't really like your Battlefield games for tough toenails, because you're going to keep getting those. But you know what I mean? It gives me an idea. So the playlists I've done this year, or the games I've done, some are still ongoing, some are continuals from 2020. So I'm going. Well, yeah, we'll start. So we've got Borderlands 2. That's from last year. So's Journey of a Roach, House of Da Vinci, and Sherlock Holmes: The Awakened. And we've got Copycat, which is a Battlefield thing. Gomo, Fairy Tale Mosaics, Beauty and the Beast. The Mysterious Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. The Good, the Bad, and the Downright Awful. It's a Battlefield series I've just started up. Drawn, The Painted Tower. Chronicles of Mystery, The Tree of Life. The Sniper Elite V2, the St. Pierre DLC. One Wish. Alphabet Battlefield, that's another BF game. Ghost Recon Wildlands, The Fallen Ghost DLC. Red Faction 2, but the DLC is still going on for Fallen Ghosts. Midnight Mysteries, Devil on the Mississippi. Army Men RTS, Raw and Real, which is ongoing obviously, reviews and so is that, and Phantasmagoria is only just started. So like I say, if anybody has any suggestions, I've asked this before and people have put up, but Jacques usually a good one that puts up quite a lot, and I can only play a couple because he keeps on suggesting all these big massive open world games, and it's just like, please don't request those because I haven't got like 100 hours to spare to do it all. But if you have any closed games, you know, like single player games or even multiplayer that's not completely open world. I'm talking Witcher, those kind of things. They're not. I have them, but I don't have the time to play them. I have also, oh, that's it. So basically, if you don't know, I've got quite a few games in Steam, Origin, Uplay, what's it, Epic, the free ones. There was quite a few others in some other places, I can't remember. And I'll try them if I've got them. If I don't have them, I'll try the demo. I play a lot of demos. And if I don't have either, it depends on the price. I might get it. So I have other open games that I'm still doing, like Euro Truck. And one Jacques suggested, and I haven't looked at it yet because I've got another couple of games still in the waiting list to play, is a game called Iron Sight. Now, apparently it's like, well, I looked and it's kind of like Call of Duty. I don't play Call of Duty much. I only played the first two, which is the original World War II things. So it'll be interesting, I would say, for me. Fallen Ghosts, I'm still completing that blasted thing. Worn Reels and Copycats and Alphabet. I might do the new Battlefield 2042. I'm not getting it on release because I've been burnt with their latest ones, BF1 and BF5 to say the least, and I don't play them. Play 3 and 4. And I'm just going to kind of hold fire. It might be a progression game. I don't know. I ain't got a clue. Now, I've had to look at my analytics, and the one area that's very popular with my, count, as it were, is reviews. Now, I know they're quite popular, but I don't really want to spend my life playing or recording loads of reviews. And the ones I do like a little 5-minute clip if it's a game I've already played. Like I'm playing Phantasmagoria, so at the end of it, I'll say my little bit, but then I'll record a little 2 or 3 minute clip about my pros and cons of the game as a separate review. By the way, the game in the background, I haven't thought about what I was going to do, but I'm just going to just whack some Battlefield on. I have no idea which one, where it's going to be. I haven't got a clue. I'll find out. I'll be recording next Friday. But then the other game reviews I do is demos. So if you go into Steam in demos, popular ones I think, and then you click on the second tab, I think it's the popular demos, and then you can see there's like 170 pages of 10 a page or something, or 12 or something, I can't remember. Those are the ones I do, and there's loads, and I'm doing so many. It's just I've literally just recorded on yesterday one, so I'll be releasing that soon. Well, I won't be soon. It'll be a couple of weeks yet. But I do all sorts. So my demos, if you've got any games that you've had a scour through the demos, and you think, oh, that looks a bit bizarre, what's that? I can't be bothered playing the demo myself, I'll just get somebody else to do it for me. Or, I have played it, let's see what he thinks of it. There is a demo. I'm open to all, obviously within reason. I will pre-warn you, RTS games are not my favourite. I did play Army Men RTS, and it's probably the only one I really like, because the learning curve was you put that there, you sort of attack that, use the plastic, and then away you go. Solved. I was like, yeah, that's no learning curve for me. So yeah, if you do have any suggestions, please sort of say. You don't have to state it in here. You could state as you playing the games and you're actually watching the games, and you say, oh, I really like this, have you thought about this? And there's been a couple of people who suggested other games, and I have got them on my list ready to play, but it's a case of time. I don't record on a Friday night ever, because that's Battlefield, which means I record, but that's different. And obviously I have other stuff to do. I don't just sit gaming, although I wish I could. Anyway, so like I say, it was kind of like a bit miserable at the beginning. Obviously, I wanted to discuss what's happened without going into too much detail and also the fact that there are other things that kill people out there, that COVID. Just so you know, I know most people do know. It's just that it just seems to be the only thing that anyone talks about, but there are. So yeah, it's not good. But gaming's kind of helped me. You know, I can happily play games. Well, I say happily. Sometimes I'll be kicking off about a certain game. I could be playing Battlefield and you'll hear me raging. But I have fun, and that's the whole point of a game. Whatever game it is that you play RTS, play board games, as in computer board games I'm talking about. You do, I know, platform games, because there's many various types of platform games, you know, or shoot 'em ups or whatever, even just like an adventure game or I don't know, Hangman or something like that. If you enjoy it, play it. Why not? Get your enjoyment from it. If you like multiplayer games and that's all you ever play, sort of play it. Enjoy. Do it. Just, you know, life's too short. Anyway, like I say, thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Please leave a comment in the comments box below about any games that you want me to try. As I say, I'll have a look, see if I've got them. If not, you know, I'll see what I can do. Any reviews of a demo, if you have any demos. Like I say, I know other players do. I think you play Doom, and Origin don't. At least I don't think they do. And Epic probably does, but again, I haven't really looked. I only look at Steam for them for demos. Okay, well, thank you and goodbye.